The temperature is 66 degrees with light rain. A tornado watch and a wind advisory have been issued for our area by the National Weather Service. Here's our local Doppler radar.
A tornado warning remains in effect until 6:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for South Central Fulton, Southern Clayton, Southern Henry, Fayette, Northeastern Coweta, and Northeastern Spalding counties. At 6:03 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, National Weather Service Doppler radar continued to indicate a tornado. This tornado was located between Canongate and Tyrone, moving east at 50 miles per hour. Persons in Tyrone and northern Fayette County should move to a safe place now. Other locations in the warning include, but are not limited to, Peachtree City, Fayetteville, Kenwood, Inman, Wilsey, Jonesboro, Irondale, J.W. Smith Reservoir, Bonanza, Lovejoy, Lakes Bivy, Atlanta Motor Speedway, Hampton, Sunnyside, Eagles Landing, Flippin, Towalga, Luella, McDonough, and Blacksville. A tornado watch remains in effect until 11:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time Wednesday evening for much of Georgia. If you see wind damage, large hail, or significant flooding, wait until after the storm has passed and then call the National Weather Service toll-free at 1-866-763-4466.
Thunderstorm warning has been issued for your area.
Many hail-producing storms today, many rotating storms today. It's been a severe weather day for a large part of the Deep South. And joining us now to talk more about that is our severe weather expert, Dr. Greg Forbes. And Dr. Greg, quick look at the radar here. You've got tornado watch areas through Georgia and Alabama, and some very strong storms now down in the Montgomery and Selma areas. But we're going to focus in on these areas around the Atlanta metro. And these cells are moving rapidly, and most of the cells that are now coming through and have been are rotating, Greg.
Yeah, absolutely. Two going through off northeast and south of Atlanta, and one more about an hour away might come right down the heart of Atlanta. That's the one that's out east of Anniston, Alabama right now. Let's take a look. We'll zoom into the 3D radar. This is a storm that's up near Stone Mountain. So here's Atlanta. We're off toward the northeast of Atlanta. Look how the storm just spirals around. So it's rotating. Yellow indicates there. Doppler indicates of a possible tornado. Watch out around Stone Mountain, Snellville, Loganville, Monroe as that storm moves off to the east at about 50 miles per hour. Let's show the velocities with this. Well, first we can tap the velocities on this one, and you see, wow, look at the strength of that. Red toward the northeast, green toward the southwest, and they're right up against each other. So that's how the Doppler radar indicates a possibility of a tornado right there at that yellow triangle. Now let's tip it up on the vertical here and see, taking a slice through from southwest to northeast, and we may have caught a funnel cloud or a tornado there. Look how this little slice comes down at worst. What we're catching is what's called a tornado cyclone, the tight rotation around where the tornado can form. The updraft comes right in here and then gets pushed off toward the east by those 150 mile per hour winds up at the jet stream level. So this is what's called the vault or the weak echo region, where the air is rising, little flanking corridor of either rain or possibly a tornado, and then big hail being suspended aloft, sometimes falling to the ground with that supercell thunderstorm. Let's take another view of these storms here on our Titan 4 radar if we could. And that's the storm here. That one has passed off to the northeast of Atlanta. One just south of Atlanta. One coming, it's east of Anniston now. This one is about an hour away. All three have tornado warnings on those, so we're not out of the woods yet in Atlanta. Down here just to the south, tornado would be on the south flank of the storm, just north and east of Peachtree City now. Hail a few miles to the north, right in the corridor there. Possible tornado here near Tyrone, Fayetteville, Jonesboro, and the McDonough areas, heading off to the east at about 50 miles per hour.
And Greg, we have a live picture right now looking out towards the south and towards the west, I believe, and it looks like there is a lowering there in those clouds off to the south and west. Is that right?
Yeah, definitely. There we go. Yes, you see a lowering sort of in the center of the screen there. That would be the wall cloud. That's the location where there's a rotating upward motion. That's where the inflow to the storm enters the updraft and begins to rise, and it sometimes rotates. And we're getting that rotation today because of the difference in winds between the surface and then those jet stream winds aloft. Deep layer, the storms rotate and sometimes produce big hail and tornadoes. So be on the lookout. Tornado warnings, Atlanta metro area.